Guild Expedition of the Arctic Future in Forge of Empires. Since the redesign of the Hoover tank, many players think that being in the Arctic future, the Guild Expedition is a real challenge. This video shows the battles, provides relevant facts, recommends teams for all platforms and hints to successfully finish the battles. Important to know, I have brought all my great buildings with fighting bonus to level 10 or above. On top I have another 50% attack bonus from various event buildings. Those who have much less bonuses should expect to have problems following my examples. I also have an Arctic Orangery. When I recorded the video it was on level 4. Occasionally you will notice the effects, example given when a battle fortress eliminates a dragon drone with a single hit. But this makes no significant change. Level 3, Platform 1. In the Arctic future, the best counter against light units are ranged units. In the beginning, I keep my 2 ranged units in their starting positions and spread the rogues around in a way comparable to the knight's move in chess, so that the dragon drones cannot attack more than one target. I am fighting manually as the automatic fighting feature would not do the same. The retaliation damage of my surrogate soldiers have a great effect. After having brought all 8 units to the start of Wave 2, the next 4 opponents are not a challenge. I follow the same strategy as in Wave 1. Level 3, Platform 2. Seeing these many heavy units, I have to use artillery. It ignores stealth and has an increased defense against heavy units. I first attack those opponents which need 2 hits only, leaving the battle fortresses for the end. Pay attention to not lose both plasma artillery units, as you then would remain with 6 rogues. This wouldn't work for Wave 2. Having a majority of 6 against 4 makes a second wave very easy. Since the redesign of update 1.130, the Hoover tanks can be eliminated with only 2 hits. Level 3, Platform 3. If I don't have specific reasons to use a certain unit, I use my standard team. 2 battle fortresses plus 6 rogues. The real strength of a battle fortress is the reactive armor. Opponents need 5 hits to kill one of my rogues then. With the first hit, the rogue changes to a battle fortress. Then the opponent can make 3 times damage with a maximum of 3 points each, leaving 1 point for a last hit. I think the result makes very clear why I like this unit so much. Level 3, Platform 4. Once again I use my standard team. The bonus against ranged units and light units are a concrete reason to do so. To avoid the dragon breath, I spread my units. Attacking a surrogate soldier should be performed from outside of their range. Astonishing, the battle fortress's range is bigger than the range of a ranged unit. If possible, I first destroy units having a bonus against battle fortresses. Due to the huge range of battle fortresses, they can dominate the fight perfectly. Therefore, it is not a surprise that I complete this battle without losses. Level 3, Platform 5. 7 recon raiders require surrogate soldiers, the perfect counter unit. I also could have left this battle to the automatic fight feature after remaining on the starting position with the first 2 units. You cannot make mistakes here. My ranged units also have a bonus against the light units in Wave 2. I again spread my units to avoid the Dragon Breath effect. In the end, it is not a surprise that I don't have lost units. Level 3, Platform 6. This is another great example for using the plasma artillery. By the way, I never built the plasma range. All units I needed are unattached units from previous guild expeditions. Even if I occasionally lose a unit, I receive enough new units every week. In both waves, you can see how strong a battle fortress is on the opponent's side. All bonuses of the artillery are wasted as due to the reactive armor they never can make more than 3 points of damage. But their bonus helps to resist much better against hits. Fighting against battle fortresses always results in having lost units. Level 3, Platform 7. Due to their bonus against light units and fast units, the surrogate soldiers are my choice for this battle. I know that I also find 4 of them in the opponent's team. This encounter also could have been solved with my standard team. There are many ways leading to success, and this decision definitely is not a bad one. You can see very good why I always use 2 real units and 6 rogues when fighting against 2 waves. A single unit can easily get lost and 7 rogues cannot win against Wave 2. Level 3, Platform 8. Another big platform, and I again use my standard team. In the beginning, I keep my units on their starting positions and I wait for the opponent to come. But he only comes very slowly. Usually, a rogue in the opponent's team is always weakening that team. I just have to hit the rogue last, not allowing him to attack something before. I failed to do that this time. There's still room for improvement on my side. Losing that unit was avoidable. Against Wave 2, you can see how annoying it can be if an opponent unit always runs away and hides. But you also can see that it again required 3 hits to kill a Hoover tank. The opponent's better bonus makes the difference. If I would have bought the 30 attack boost in the tavern, 2 hits would have been enough. Level 3, Platform 9. With Platform 9, the opponent again receives more bonus. But it is only a small increase and the last one for Level 3. The difficulty of the remaining platforms changes in the way the opponent builds his team, not by increasing the bonus. The standard team seems to be a good decision, as I have absolutely no losses against wave 1. Against the second wave, only the 2 heavy units are difficult. The behemoth isn't that bad if it can hide itself on hills. If the computer needs hills, it always finds some. I never have enough hills when I need them. Therefore, I did not use the behemoth much in the Arctic future. Level 3, Platform 10. These 2 waves are not the typical situation for using a battle fortress. The reason why I decide to use a battle fortress here again are not the bonuses against the units the opponent uses here, but once again the reactive armor. Independent of how much attack bonus an opponent might have, it never can make more than 3 points of damage. This is so strong that I must use it. Everything else would be much more difficult. How strong a battle fortress really is, you can notice when although the opponent has some. Fortunately, these are only 2 and the opponent has a minority in wave 2. Otherwise, I would have lost one or another unit. Level 3, Platform 11. 3 opponent units have a bonus against my heavy units. Of course, they then make the maximum damage of 3 points with each hit. On the other side, I need 3 hits to eliminate a recon raider. I also need 3 hits against the artillery. Only the reactive armor of the battle fortress avoids having bigger losses. The second wave then only has an incomplete team and, more important, no battle fortress. This leads to a happy end of this battle. Losing 1 unit is not much, taking into consideration that I am getting deeper and deeper into level 3. Level 3, Platform 12. On the third big platform of level 3, the difficulty is increased by the fact that the opponent now uses 2 completely staffed waves, and from now on the computer uses more and more heavy units. Against heavy units there are 2 counters: recon raiders and plasma artillery. Thinking of a team consisting of 2 units plus 6 rogues, recon raiders have no chance to win against battle fortresses with a fighting bonus of 120%. The artillery cannot be used alone if in one of the opponent's waves is a flying unit like the dragon drone. Flying units cannot be attacked by the artillery, so I always end up by using my standard team. Some players think that the Arctic future is boring because you always decide for just the same team. The basic concept of rock, paper, scissors has less effect than other parameters. Once again, I did not concentrate enough on killing that rogue last. It would have been possible this time. Level 3, Platform 13. Against Wave 1, ranged units would be best. But these would fail so badly against Wave 2 that I decide once again for my standard team. Heavy units are not the best decision against artillery and heavy units, but they work well. Once again, I recognize the effect of the reactive armor. This effect also applies to the opponent's units, but I just had more of them. Level 3, Platform 14. The first wave is simple as a standard team has a bonus against them. Therefore, it is not astonishing that all 8 units managed to reach the start of the second wave. Wave 2 then is very uncomfortable. While having only 7 units, it causes heavy losses on my side. Level 3, Platform 15. The second last platform on level 3 again has 2 complete waves with fast units in wave 1, heavy units and artillery in wave 2. I demonstrated so many battles in this video that I have to show at least one video with Recon Raiders. These are at least as good as the same unit on the opponent side and have a bonus against artillery and heavy units. I lose a single unit against wave 1 and this is still acceptable for wave 2. The opponent's artillery is not a problem. The single unstealth behemoth I attack with priority as long as it still is not hidden between hills. The other one is tougher then. I have to attack it from the next tile and receive retaliation damage. And the behemoth has the property force field 2, which is worse than reactive armor but not to be underestimated. This way I lose another 3 units, but the only thing that matters is that I won this battle. Now I can access the final big platform of level 3. Level 3, Platform 16. As usual, the final big platform of level 3 provides 2 complete waves. I again use my standard team. This is a bit like using a sledgehammer to crack a nut. The team is not mass-tailored to the opponent's units, but it will work. InnoGames believes that level 3 of the Guild Expedition has a difficulty level that can be managed by every player with prerequisites a player can realize without spending real money. This includes bringing great buildings with fighting bonus to level 10 or above, as well as having great buildings or military buildings with attack bonus. As this video demonstrates, it does not require epic fighting skills on the side of a player. Wave 2 then has 2 battle fortresses. It is absolutely clear if battle fortresses fight against battle fortresses, you have to expect losing units. I first destroy everything that only requires less hits. In the end, there are these 2 battle fortresses left and I win because I have the majority. 20 forge points are not the reward that I was dreaming of, but now the path is cleared to move forward to Guild Expedition level 4. Level 4, Platform 1. Many players being in the upper ages of Forge of Empires think that the Guild Expedition level 4 is very difficult. Indeed, it is very difficult then, and InnoGames wants it to be that difficult. Level 4 is an extra that you can achieve above the weekly 100%. You receive exceptional rewards for this, but the requirements are very high. But honestly, the first 3 platforms of level 4 are still not that difficult. Good for all players. Do not get frustrated by seeing that fight bonus of 140%. The first platform is absolutely manageable. As demonstrated in this video, my standard team consisting of 2 battle fortresses and 6 rogues survives both waves without losses. For such a simple task, you cannot expect to receive more than 2 forge points, of course. Level 4, Platform 2. Rogues make an opponent team much weaker if you manage to kill these rogues last. This old rule again helps this time. You only have to pay attention that you are not getting into the rogue's range. Then this wave is simple. Wave 2 requires much more. From previous fights, you already know, if battle fortresses fight against each other, you will always lose some units. This is even more true when your opponent has 50% better defense bonuses than you have and approximately the same attack bonus. But using a couple of units is not a shame on level 4. Level 4, Platform 3. Again, 15% more bonus for the opponent. You simply should not be too impressed by that bonus. These are just numbers. In this fight, you can apply all strategies from level 3. Avoid the Dragon Breath, attack ranged units from outside of their range, and attack units requiring less hits first. Unfortunately, also this rule applies here. Fighting against battle fortresses always brings lost units. Wave 2 then has a majority after losing 2 units against Wave 1. The strategy is still the same, but the opponent this time has no battle fortresses. Everything is working well. Occasionally an opponent unit requires 3 hits. This could be avoided by buying the 30% attack bonus in the tavern, but it also works without it, as the video proves. Where previous levels of the Guild Expedition only gave 1, 2 or 3 unattached units, I now receive 25 diamonds. Level 4 is very profitable. Level 4, Platform 4. Now the computer increases the difficulty again. 2 complete waves, both having a bonus of 170% on attack and defense. In Wave 1 it sends a champion and a rogue. In Wave 2 a lot of artillery and heavy units including battle fortresses. Many players already resign when they see this army. But this find is still manageable with normal fighting bonuses, as fighters of the Arctic future should have. You should kill the champion last before the rogue. Not having losses against Wave 1 is always a good prerequisite for a successful battle against Wave 2. The second wave then is much more challenging. 4 plasma artillery plus 4 heavy units, including 3 battle fortresses. This looks worse as it is, as long as you realize one thing. As long as a single of your units survives in the end, you win the battle. This can make you very self-confident. In the end, I lost 4 units. This was not as bad as it looked in the beginning, was it? Level 4, Platform 5. As this is again a small platform, the bonus reduces to only 155%. The difficulty now is increased in different ways on this and the next platforms. The opponent's teams are much tougher then, and you will feel that effect much more than just a few percent bonus. As always, I am sure that the 2 rogues in the opponent's team make it a bit easier for me. I just have to calculate exactly where I can start to move into their range so that they don't change to a real unit. At Wave 2, it is again important to pay attention to the Dragon Breath. Battle fortresses get eliminated last, as other units and their related damage can be eliminated with less hits. Level 4, Platform 6. On Platform 6, the opponent again has the same 155 bonus as before. But this platform is tough. Wave 1 requires completely different units than Wave 2. I tried a lot. Champion plus rogues, as champions have a good unit bonus against Wave 1, and Wave 2 has no specific bonus against heavy units, but champions have no chance to win there. Against Wave 1, ranged units are best, but they don't have a snowball chance in hell. These are also not a solution. The standard team works okay against Wave 1, but it is not enough against Wave 2. Finally, I bought the 3rd move in the tavern and negotiated the sector. I did not find a way to solve this encounter by fighting. And there are not just a few percent bonus missing, but a lot. I would have to improve all my great buildings with fighting skills to level 80 to make a real difference here. Great buildings of the next eras, the Kraken and the Terracotta Army, also would help here. But with what I have today, I am not able to solve this encounter by fighting, and I negotiate the remaining part as the next platforms are from a similar type. Those who are able to make this better are invited to demonstrate it. I believe that from here it is impossible with normal fighting bonuses.